I mean, have you ever just stopped and wondered what would happen if we could gather humanity's wisest voices just for a moment, dissolve the boundaries of time, and ask them for help with the problems we still can't seem to solve? Well, today, we're diving into a thought experiment that does exactly that. It's an imaginative journey to see if timeless wisdom can truly light a path for our future. So let's start with this incredible idea. What if you could assemble a council of the very sages, the thinkers, the prophets whose ideas literally shaped our world? And not just through old texts or fragmented scrolls, but right here, right now. A living, breathing conversation about love, about peace, and maybe most importantly, about why we keep making the same darn mistakes over and over again. And that's the beautiful idea at the heart of what we're looking at today. It's this concept of a resurrection, not of people, but of pure essential insight, all brought together to speak to us, right now, in this moment. Okay, so let's set the scene. Picture this. It's the year 2200. Humanity has somehow survived itself, but just barely. And in this grand hall, overlooking a planet that's finally starting to heal, 7 of the greatest figures from history just appear. They're here to talk, to answer our most urgent questions. And the guest list? It's unbelievable. You've got these incredible spiritual leaders, foundational philosophers, and a scientific visionary who reshaped our understanding of the universe itself. Each one brought a completely unique perspective to history, and now they're all here, together, to offer a unified vision for our future. So they start with a really tough question, one we've all asked ourselves. With thousands of years of wisdom to draw from, why do we keep getting stuck? Why do war, greed, and fear seem to be on an endless loop? The dialogue is trying to get to the very, very root of this problem. So what is it? What's the one fundamental flaw that keeps trapping us in these destructive cycles? The amazing thing is, their answer is surprisingly unified. They all kind of agree. First up, Buddha's take is that the root problem is, well, it's unconsciousness. We're just moving through life on autopilot, right? Reacting to things based on cravings and fears we don't even really see. And you can't change what you can't see. And right on cue, Socrates chimes in, basically saying the same thing, just in his own Socratic way. He calls it a refusal to examine the self. Think about it. We study everything out there, the stars, the oceans, but we forget to study our own minds, our own souls. And an unexamined life, he says, is just doomed to repeat its mistakes. Then you get Einstein, who brings this very modern, almost chilling perspective to the table. He calls it moral inertia. Our technology, our power, it's evolving at this insane lightning speed. But our ethics, our wisdom, it's lagging way, way behind. We've got the power of gods before we figured out how to be good humans. Okay, so let's recap. We've got unconsciousness, a lack of self-examination, and this dangerous moral inertia. It all points inward, doesn't it? It points to a kind of inner blindness. So the solution they propose isn't some big external plan. It's internal. And it all starts by completely rethinking 2 of the most important words we have, love and peace. And this is where they really turn things on their head. Take love. We think of it as this passive feeling that just happens to us. But they say, no, no, no. Love is an active, courageous decision. It's not about attachment that clings and holds on. True love is about setting someone free. And it's definitely not blind. In fact, it's the clearest way to truly see another person. And they do the exact same thing with the idea of peace. We tend to think of peace as just the absence of fighting, a passive state. But they reframe it as something dynamic, something imaginative and active. And get this, it doesn't require everyone to agree. It requires compassion, especially when we differ. And that's the key. Peace isn't ultimately a political goal. It's a moral one. It starts inside us. So this leads us to the final, and maybe the most crucial part of the whole conversation. If we've got these new, deeper definitions of our goals, what do we have to become to actually get there? Notice the shift. It's not about what we need to do, it's about who we must be. So you see, the focus shifts completely. It's not about new policies or treaties anymore. It's about an internal evolution, a fundamental shift in our own character. What kind of people do we need to be to build that better world? And the answer they come up with boils down to 4, just 4, powerful transformations. First, we have to become braver in our love, actively choosing connection and forgiveness over fear. Second, we have to become aware, conscious of those inner patterns that drive us. Third, we have to become imaginative, seeing possibilities beyond the old, tired cycles of conflict. And finally, we have to become just, because true peace can never, ever grow in the soil of injustice. And this really brings it all home. This is the mic drop moment of the whole conversation. Peace isn't a trophy you win at the end of a long struggle. It's not an achievement. It's a transformation. It's a state of being. The radical idea here is that we have to become peace first, and then, only then, will a peaceful world follow. So, in the end, this incredible imaginary dialogue, it doesn't really end there in that luminous hall. It becomes real. It becomes our responsibility. The whole thing leaves us with this powerful, personal question. It suggests this great dialogue is still happening, right now, in every small conscious choice we make. It's up to us to keep it going.